Hello, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where last time I was attempting to land on the Mun, and Bobby was attempting to...
Get my finger out of my ass or something like that.
But we're getting close to landing here, hopefully. We are on our descent, our mooner descent. Hopefully we don't crash into the edge of this crater.
All right. Well, by accepting a contract, I got a science as an advance. So we will go solar panels. Where's my RCS, kids? RCS. There we are. And then I don't have any more science. Felt to spend. I was going to get the thermometer next, but all right. So now, the thrilling conclusion.
Okay,
Leave those batteries on there for just because they probably will be needed at some point in time.
Right, so we are just about above our crater here, and we're going to have to start our burn relatively soon. We are like 6,000 above the surface. I just want to make sure we're over the lip here and actually down into the crater before we do this. I think now's probably about as good of a time as any. I didn't want to stage that. That's alright. Let's do this. That's not what I did. Why?
All right.
Why?
So we added some solar panels here to this.
Activate engine,
battery
please. Thank you.
packs.
There we go. Okay, let's do this. We should have more than enough Delta V to make this happen. Let's extend our landing gear. Just need to watch our retrograde here.
Solar panel. I'm sure this is overkill for the solar panels, and I'm going to remove these two guys. But the luck I've been having. Can we go back to taping Endless Space? Right. So how about that farming simulator?
That's fun. I like it.
Okay. Alright, so now that I spent all this time moving this around, let's see where my Kerbal is in relation to me. I did before I launch. And
I think we're going to explode.
Uh-oh.
I think we're coming in too fast. I'm thinking I should have quick saved. Come on! Come on!
My Kerbal is back, like, above the Korean Peninsula.
We exploded.
Oh, that's the contract I accepted. That's what that other thing is. You exploded.
Yep.
Oh.
We exploded. Well, damn it.
You landed too hard?
Oh yeah, I waited too long to start to kill that. I should have quick saved. Dang it. Well, let's revert to launch. We can do this again and faster.
You know, like, seriously, we might as well just delete the last two episodes.
That's alright. It was interesting.
It was. We all learned from our mistakes. Or what's the quote? Like, mistakes or experience, and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's alright. I can do this again. Faster and better this time.
Yes. I'm going to speed up time here on my end to get I like Yorger. He's an Eastern European Kerbal. Yorger Kerman. I'm gonna float him around here. And you said you launched with him a little bit behind you?
A little bit, yeah.
I will launch with this guy at the bay here. That might be too far, but
Alright. We need to do this properly. And actually make sure we have the right staging this time. Should be this. Save.
All right,
Launch.
Alright, before we launch, let's make sure. Alright, hey, I've got Jebediah here. I won't kill him like Dan killed whatever Kerbals he killed.
He's not dead, I reverted.
Alright.
Yet. He's not dead yet. We're actually going to move this engine off of this stage because we don't actually need it.
Well, I need to add like a hardcore mode, like Minecraft has a hardcore mode.
There is. You can. There's harder. I don't know if it works with the multiplayer. I know in your save settings there's a...
Oh, yeah, because like Kerbals that actually die take them so long to come back, or sort of.
Yeah, no reverting, that kind of stuff.
No reverting,
our settings.
Yeah, so we're going to do what Dan did here. And I'm going to set Yorger as a target before I even launch. So again, he's over the desert bay here. And he is approaching KSP, so we're going to throttle max, SAS on, tracking is go, range is clear, and blast off. Thank God with Kerbal. You know, actually, I was paying attention to Twitter during the last NASA launch, during when NASA launched the Orion. You would not believe the amount of KSP comments that were coming across Twitter. Just press spacebar already.
That's the one that blew up, right?
No.
No.
Orion is their quote unquote rocket of the future that's supposed to take us to Mars, even though they have no funding to take us to Mars.
Oh. I'm thinking, what's the one that blew up?
You're thinking of that one that launched out by you, meaning Virginia. I gotta pay attention to.
Was that in Virginia?
I think it was south of DC Metro.
Huh.
Where that
that was a NASA launch.
Yeah, it was a NASA launch, but this company had a launch facility off the East Coast.
Right. I don't remember which. You don't remember which one that was. All I know is that one of the YouTubers I watched was actually at that launch.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it didn't blow up on the launch pad. They actually self-destructed it. They hit the self-destruct button.
Did they?
Yeah, because they noticed that the rocket was...
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was going to say it wasn't planned.
No, it wasn't planned at all. They noticed that the rocket was going way out of trajectory, and so they're like, we don't want this flying into, let's say, Richmond. So let's blow it up. Do you remember that scene from the Astronaut Farmer, Billy Bob Thornton?
I don't know that I've ever actually seen that movie. I may have. I can't remember.
I've spent so much time talking to you, I completely forgot my gravity turn.
I've done that before.
It's like, 20,000 feet. How's my speed? I'm like, I'm supposed to do something above, 10, aren't I? Vert flight. RCS is on. That's I tried to put RCS on this. Oh, well. I'm not going to completely unrevert. Okay, the Kerbal is in the spot. We will set target. Map back. Because I do love talking about NASA. Those of you who listen to the Kerbal cast, I'll bore Dan to tears talking about Jim Lovell and all those other astronaut fun facts that I know.
I like that stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't actually, know any of the facts.
Yeah. Well, you survived going to the National Air and Space Museum with me, so...
That's an awesome place. I love that place. It is. And we went to the good one.
Yeah, we went to the good one.
The new one,
yeah,
I should
the new
say.
One.
Not that the one in DC isn't good.
Yeah. Now, I don't understand why. None of the places that got a space shuttle allow you to actually walk through it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they just don't like the idea of people touching stuff.
Well, if you go to the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago, you can walk inside an old school 707.
Yeah,
And
I mean, you can do some of that stuff in the one actually in DC. I'm pretty
yeah.
sure you can sit in one of the command pods. I know
Oh,
there's a couple
really?
planes you can walk in.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be an original command pod. It might be like a mock-up,
Oh, okay.
but it looks pretty close. I'm pretty sure. It's been a while since I've actually been in the one in the city, but
Yeah, no, actually, again, the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago has a captured Nazi sub that they captured,
uh-huh.
and you can get tours on that. I mean, like anything like that was, mechanical or something like that is like behind plexiglass. I don't see why they couldn't do that with a space shuttle, unless there's still like the only thing I could think of is that there's still like classified stuff in it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. There's a place in New England somewhere. I think it's in Massachusetts. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've been there. That has a bunch of like World War II era military boats and stuff that you can walk around on and go inside, including a sub and some other stuff. It's pretty cool, actually. But again, it's been a really long time since I've been there. Am I gonna make orbit here? I'm pretty sure I screwed this up somehow.
I thought I remember hearing, and Science Jedi, if you're listening, I thought I remember hearing that the Adler Planetarium in Chicago was supposed to get the space shuttle simulator, but we haven't gotten it yet. And I would imagine they would have given that by now. So maybe I'm wrong with that.
Okay, orbit. Feel like that used a bit more fuel than it probably should have. Alright, so we need to come around to here.
I need to slow down. My time to apoapsis is a minute and a half. I'm not entirely out of the atmosphere, so I don't want to slow down too much.
Burn this way.
Okay, that is my burn. So where am I in relation to the Kerbal? The Kerbal is that's Dan. The Kerbal is behind me. So that is that again is my trajectory away from him or something. Oh no, that's just well anywho. Oh, he didn't move much.
Alright, 6 minutes to our 54-second burn. Let's fast forward. We definitely did not do this quite as efficiently. I think we messed up somewhere in our launch. I feel like we had to use more fuel than we normally would have. Alright, we are just about a minute out, maybe. At 27 seconds. We will begin our burn and send Dudford on his way again, though he doesn't know it's again. Isn't that right, Dudfred? You never died in a fiery explosion on the Mun.
Nope. It was all in a soundstage.
It didn't happen. Alright, there we go. Let's burn.
Oh, that's you. I'm not used to seeing other ships on my UI.
Alright. We are doing the burn again. Hopefully we'll be fine. I don't think we're going to have quite as much leftover fuel this time.
Let's circle around our orbit here. Dan raising his apoapsis on my screen.
We're just about there.
Where's my periapsis? There it is. I have freaking Kerbal Engineer up, and I can look at it like that.
Well, that's interesting. All right, we'll go with it.
I left autopilot on. Oh well.
We'll adjust it out further. All right, let's get out there. Engage the fast forward. The time travel.
All right, we are going to swing around. We're going to speed up time here. Swing around to my periapsis, and then raise my apoapsis so it intersects the dealie. Because we're getting further and further away from the Kerbal. Because he's behind me, and his...
Not in the sphere of influence yet, please.
Actually, how's my...
Almost. Maybe. I think we're gonna be like diving like straight into the surface of the Mun. Once this realizes we are in the sphere of influence here. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay, so now we need to do a maneuver like right now to keep ourselves from crashing. Come on, give me a maneuver node. Anything? Nothing? Why don't you give me a maneuver node? Add a maneuver. Nope. This way, maybe?
Alright, so we are now just about intersecting his orbit. We're going to get a little ahead of it here. We're going to give ourselves some altitude here. And then, God, where's my descending node here? I'm going to add a maneuver. Minus 2.5.
We are going to end up in one weird, funky orbit here, because I can't really figure out how to bring this around to the right place efficiently. Alright, so I think what we need to do... Yeah, we need to burn that way. So let's get rid of this and let's find our... I believe it's normal in this instance. Actually, it's whatever the opposite of this one is. Alright, so we're going to go around this way and hope this doesn't use a lot of fuel, because I don't think it should since we're so far out yet.
I love the term normal and anti-normal.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't understand why. Alright, so let's throttle up a little bit here.
Be burning normal here in a minute or so, just so I can match the orbitable. I can talk. Use your words, Helen.
Alright, we're almost there, maybe. Just about. There we go. 10,000. We're going to be in like a polar orbit of the Mun, which is fine because it doesn't matter. We're going to land anyways, and then we can leave on the correct trajectory. All right, so when we get to the periapsis here, we need to retrograde and bring it around. And that's in 1 hour and 26 minutes. So let's find our mark and fast forward yet again. This time, once I have an actual orbit, I will actually quick save. Because I really don't want to revert. Alright, so we got a ways to go here. Before we, let's not miss. Missing would be bad.
Alright, so we're going to speed up time here again.
Alright, 3 minutes. I don't really like to do everything from the map screen, but sometimes it's just better to see what you're doing. Alright. 26 seconds out. We are on the mark. We will wait till... Actually, it doesn't really matter because we're going to... Let's just start now because we're going to close it further than we set the maneuver up for anyways. Let's just right about there. Maybe a little further.
Alright, and by adjusting my orbit a little bit right here, I burnt not normal and anti-normal, or I burnt radial at the intersection of my orbit here, or close to it, of the intersection of our two orbits to round it out a little bit more. However, that dropped my periapsis to slightly into the atmosphere, so we're going to switch over to orbit mode, hit prograde, and then when I hit my apoapsis, because I'm above his orbit here, it's going to slow me down relative to the Kerbal. Also,
alright, we had to mess with our orbit here a little bit. Just so we make sure we're high enough off the ground here that we're not going to slam into anything. It's going to be close, unfortunately. But I think we'll be alright. So now we are going to press F5 and quick save. So that if I slam into the surface again, we don't have to do that all over again. Alright, so let's get our materials bay. Keep that, and we'll get a mystery goo here. We will keep that as well. Alright, so we want to be on... Actually, it doesn't really matter where, per se, we come down at. This is our apoapsis, right? Yep. All right. Let's come down on this far side crater here, because I think the longer we're here, that's going to be rotating towards the sun. And then let's put and it's pretty close to the equator, so let's put a maneuver here and retrograde. There we go. We're definitely not going to have enough in this stage. So we've definitely burned not quite as efficiently as we would like on this trip, but that's all right. All right, so we will burn there. It's going to be 156 meters per second. We should have plenty of delta V to do everything we need to do. Let's find our marker here. and fast forward ourselves over the surface of the Mun. Seven-second burn at our current thrust level, which is not going to be our overall thrust level. So we will max burn here and then ditch this stage. Actually, we might be better off to transfer some fuel, do our burn, and then transfer the fuel back. We need like 200 meters per second. So we want to do... Oh, we don't actually have fuel transfers yet, so we can't do that. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's get back to fast forwarding.
So, on my end here, I've orbiting around the planet here once. I've gotten a good chunk of my orbit lined up with the Kerbal. Now it's just a matter of getting him to catch up to me. And so what I'm going to do is when I get back to the periapsis here, I'm going to raise it. So I'm going to tell Jebediah here to match my orbital prograde. He's going to bounce around. And so that way when I get above his orbit again, I will slow down even more and then catch up to him. My orbital speed will catch up. It's all relative.
So we're pretty much going to be finishing... No, we're not done this episode yet, but we're pretty much going to be finishing up this episode where we started it, with me landing on the Mun, because we're almost at the end of the episode, and I'm just about to land on the Mun, so progress.
Yes.
We're approaching our maneuver here. And I will leave time acceleration momentarily. 2, 1. 7-second burn. Not going to be 7 seconds. Going to be a lot longer. So maybe we will start the burn at 15 seconds. Yeah, right about here is probably good. So let's do that. And then we need to stage. And stage again. And do the rest of our burn.
Alright, so as you can tell right here, because I'm raising my apoapsis, my separation distance is closing. And I barely have any throttle, which is good. But of course my orbital intersect points are tiny. Alright, 1.9 kilometers apart after my first. So we're going to speed up some time here, loop around the planet.
Alright, so I think to avoid the problem we ran into last time, we are just going to start our descent now.
Parachutes don't work on the Mun.
Yeah. We've still got like almost 3,000 Delta V, which I'm pretty sure is going to be more than enough to achieve what we need to achieve here. Let's kill our orbital velocity here. In the process, we will be killing our surface velocity. And I think this thing will be stable enough that it'll be alright to land on a hill. Anywhere right here, really. Alright, so we've almost killed all of our surface speed. Let's just let it work itself out here. Alright, so we've got 5,000 meters to go, which is quite a long ways yet. So we just gotta kind of fall to the surface here, and we will wait till we get a bit lower to start killing off the speed again. Hopefully it won't get too terribly high. Right, so we can see some interesting stats here, including like the suicide burn and the suicide burn distance. We are down to about 3,000. We're still going a bit fast. We got a lot of fuel left. Let's throttle up a bit and try and slow ourselves down some more. We are actually approaching rather quickly now. So let's kill our velocity again. Looks like we're probably gonna hit a hill here, but that should be alright. 1,000 meters. Let's kill the velocity some more. Alright. This thing's a little heavy, honestly, for the thrust to weight ratio, so we're coming into the surface pretty fast.
I double click on the Kerbal to switch to him, right?
Bracket keys.
Bracket keys, that's right.
Alright, 300 meters off. Here we go.
Come on.
Throttle up a little bit.
What are the bracket? I am... Is it 2,000 kilometer or 2 kilometers dead to switch to him?
You got to be under 2.
Under 2, okay. I'm slightly over 2 right now, I think. Alright, so I got to... He is behind me.
We are down and landed on the Mun. Quick save. Holy crap, we made it to the Mun this episode. Let's do our science real quick and get out and plant a flag before the episode is over. Observe mystery goo. Let's keep data, keep data. We're going to do a crew report. And I am going to EVA. And then we're gonna turn our spacebar, let go. And let's jump and turn on our jetpack, because I don't want to die. Alright, we are on the Mun. Can we turn around, maybe? Just turn around, walk that way. There we go. We are on the Mun. Sweet. Let's plant a flag. Here. Let's see here. There we go. This would be Dan's first Mun landing. And then the plaque text is just going to be the far side crater. So we have this nice and marked. There we go. We can't do a surface sample yet, unfortunately. Did we do an EVA report already? Nope, but we did now. And let's get back in before we end the episode. And we'll head home next time, I think. How are you coming along there, Bobby?
I'm matching orbits with him. I'm just kind of trying to get him below 2 kilometers right now.
All right, well, that'll do it for this episode. If you liked the video, click like and subscribe, and tune in next time for more Kerbal Space Program. Thanks for watching. Bye.